top. And carom. Good catch. What? Hey, King. Oh, we got music too. King, house. Yes, let's make it rain. Get in here. It's raining. Yes. Yes, house. Yes, house.
Dude, that's sweet. That is sweet.
Yes, house. Mackay. Catch. Yes, house. Yeah, big man. Great work.
Yeah.
Doo-doo. 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 House. Yes. All right. Come and see the show. We're doing it live. Cool.
That can, listen, that can be...
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi. You don't know the power of the dark side. The power of the dark side.
We are on a sinking ship. We are on a sinking ship. You say we are one. You say we are all having fun. You say we are all in the same boat. You say that this thing will float. You say you had your doubts. Sometimes you wanted to get out. Instead you said give this a little more time and everything is gonna be fine. We are on a sinking ship. We are on a sinking ship. And if your people are the best, tell me why are you wearing a vest?
Woo! What's up? Welcome to the dojo, right, Epi? All right, my trusty co-host, Epi. I'm Ron, the CupCake is there. King is hanging out on the couch, getting fat, singing the blues. What's going on? Hope you guys are doing well on this fine Tuesday. You guys got anything? It's been quiet. I don't know if anyone's here. A little existential experience, I think. So I'm going to be talking about rhythm and like kind of novel, consequent opportunity, right? Hey, why is that? That's funny. Interesting. Sorry, I got distracted. Camera's in the wrong spot. So anybody got anything? You should know by now I don't really jump up and start training. What do we got? Look at some pretty dogs. Loyal dogs. The loyalist, right? So John is here. John from class, Fern and Sophie. He's here for a week. It's pretty exciting. What's up, Michelle? How are you? Good to see you. Saw your post on the site here. Let me pull it back up. Yep. Yep. So you doubled your rate of reinforcement here. Here. Look at this. Oh, come on now. Come on. Yeah, how cool is that? How cool is that? Been sick, haven't done much practice, but made it out today. Energy was low and it showed. Practiced my 4 hands form, right? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So really like that, like kind of phenomenology recap, right? Michelle, that's a great thing to do. You should utilize the site for it. I won't, I thought it'd be super cool. And then I was like, I don't know if I should do that. Anyway, that feedback about how things went, like right then, that is, hey, Matt, what's up? Hang on one sec. Let me wrap this up with Michelle, and I'll read what you got there. Good to see you, brother. So that recap is really good, right? It's really good for you to do, to put down how it felt and how it went, and it's really nice to look at those things far into the future. You look back at the past, and it's interesting. Don't be hard on yourself. You're learning all of it, Michelle. Right? You're learning all of it. You can't learn all of it at once. We're going to talk a little bit about the 3 basic Play Plus games here, and we're going to talk about them in terms of rhythm. And in your case, those are the games you want to kind of pass or fail at. Right? We'll talk about that. As far as Mojo, like, he runs really hard and stuff like that. Come on, man. Make him be the achiever that he should be. Don't give him that out, you know. And don't feel bad when he misses. Everybody misses. Michael Jordan missed 60% of his shots. Right? Ted Williams, best baseball hitter ever, missed 60% of his hits. He was out 60% of the time. A terrific major league hitter, 330 average. Every third time he's out, right? Huh. Yeah, just getting old, Matt. That's insane. Yeah. Nothing stops father time. Nothing stops father time. You got Kosa Quinn. Yeah, you're good. Cannabis, CBD, and I'm actually partial to the fully activated stuff that has some psychotropics to it. I think the psychotropics is an important thing with cannabis, and that's kind of nice. I think Loot did really well. I mean, it was seizures, but it was quality of life too. I think that might be something worth looking at. That's good, dude. That's good. Basic sit and stand, probably. Not like a shit ton of it, but you know, make sure that if every day you get up and you do the thing, every day you get up and do the thing. It's only when you don't do the thing for a couple days that you get in trouble when you're old. Right? And of course that's not true, but it's true. Right? So get some good clean movement out of her. Sit and stand or something like that, a few of those per day. Make sure she's able to drop her haunches. right? That would be good. Yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough. We lost a lot of dogs recently. We lost a lot of really cool dogs. Yep. Got no one left from the old pack now. No one left. It's kind of sad. But we do have Eppies, right? We got Eppies. We totally got Eppies. So, all right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about rhythm, right? And one of the most important things of play is the rhythm, the rhythmic nature, and the arrhythmic nature of it, right? Both the comfortable and expected pace of play, and then the syncopated points of interest that deviate from that rhythm, right? Both of those things are important. Nothing is worse for a super high drive dog than going out there and going boom, 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 boom. We're done. Right? That is, that's not going to fatigue the dog. That's all physical pole stuff. That's all physical pole stuff. That is ramping up the subjective tone, the classically conditioned state. It's ramping it up, and it's only dealing with the action in the physical and the emotional. Crack, 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 crack. Right? When we go crack, what's happening? Try this, try that. Crack, what's happening? Try this, try that. I did those, what's happening? Oh, crack. Right? Now we have a different rhythm going on within the game. And that rhythm is really important. I can't reach it, Epi. You are very, very good. Do you want to get up there and give it to me? Thank you. You were very, very good. That was very helpful. I will give you a cookie for that. That rhythm is really important. And when we start repping behaviors and cranking out the skill, we lose that. And it becomes, I'm sure you can't hear that. This thing gets rid of it. It becomes, right? We don't want that. We want a syncopated, limping, novel, unpredictable rhythm that is comfortably predictable, right? You just have to slip some things in there. The games that we are teaching within Play Plus, we have Where is the Trigger? I think I'm going to call the other one This Wait That. And then I have a new one that I'm going to try and unveil today. I don't think I'm prepared to talk about it, but I need to talk about it before I try and write it down because it's kind of weird. I mean, it isn't weird, but anyway. It's Where is the Handler? Right? And so between those three games, they're super, super elemental games. You know two of them already. And the third one, Where is the Handler, is ambient eye contact activates the handler. And then we dismiss. And my goal is through those three games to teach you how to play. To teach you how to be novel, to teach you how to be consequent, to teach you how to be opportune, and to get the dog to look at you with that lens. I think those three games will do it. So I'm going to kind of run through that, and while I do that, I'm going to talk about rhythm and how this rhythm works and where we can use rhythm and stuff like that, right? At least that's kind of the plan. So, yep. You could, if you think she's up for it, you could exercise that a few times per day and maybe help it out. If you think she's up for it. I haven't seen the dog, Matt. I can't tell you whether it's a good idea or not. If she's up for it, it's a good idea because she will be, you know, doing that 3 times in controlled fashion, having it work for her. If she's not up for it, it won't be a good idea. And she'll probably do it for you because, you know, she's Draken. But I do know move it or lose it is a real thing. And I also know that it doesn't take many reps to keep things somewhat functional. All right. I'm happy to hear from you, Matt. I hope everything's going well. Yeah. Okay, so we have these 3 games. By the way, Matt, I created a fucking philosophy, man. I have a philosophy of play. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. And we're going to talk about a little bit of it here. So the games that we have are very elemental. We have Where's the Trigger, which you've seen. Touch. Yes, right? I give the cue. I can really only do touch with him here, so touch. And he tries to figure out, yes, where and when it is. And he'll play that game forever because it's a game. And all I have to do is play a game with when I give the trigger. Dude, stop. All I have to do is play the game with when I give the trigger. He's all hopped up about it, and he fucking did nose targets on the stool. You know what I mean? It's fucking dumb. But it's exciting. And it's very simple for us as handlers. We get comfortable with that. Then the dog looks at us expectantly for the trigger. Right? So where is the trigger is... You give the cue, you pause. We call that aporia. The dog now has a question to answer, and he can't answer it literally because I haven't given the trigger. So he can't answer that question. He's at a loss for words. And I use that to build expectancy. So the dog wants the thing, whatever happens after, he wants that, right? And I release it with the trigger to the behavior and to the cookie, right? So the dog learns when the cue is given to be on point for the trigger. When we do where is the trigger, the dog learns to wait. The dog learns to look to the handler. The dog hears the cue and waits a reasonable amount of time for the handler to trigger before offering the answer. There's a bunch of really nice things that come out of that game. But the most important one is that the dog is actively trying to engage you with the trigger, right? Is cool waiting there. And then what we're going to do with the next game, this, wait, that, is to allow the dog to earn the next step. So we'll use attention and a couple of other behaviors, and we will use that in order to gain access to the next behavior. And the dogs will again learn to, or they will not learn to, they will experience and enjoy trying to figure out that game and trying to do that game. The handler learns how to be a game, which is what handling is. Training is not handling, right? Really great trainers get their asses handed to them in handling situations a lot of times, right? And so what we're talking about is building the handler skills here as well too. So I've done where's the trigger with Epi, right? Chill. CupCake, yes, wait. DojoCatch. Boom. Yes, right? Where's the trigger with DogCatch? Off. Yes, good. Excuse me, Epi. Excuse me. And let's do the Dojo Cam. Dojo Cam. Boom. Right? Yeah. All right. So. We have. Don't, Epi. Get back up there. Be good. Dude. Come on. Okay. So we have through. Boom. Yes. So I give the through cue. I pause. Twist. I pause. I then give the physical. Yes. Whoa, that was spiffy. Through. I pause. Boom. Yes. Good girl. What? That was awesome. Holy cow. Ready? Hoop. Epic. Zip. Hoop. Boom. Yes. Good girl. Awesome. Great work. Go do dog stuff. So that's where is the trigger, right? And you could see that it was gamed and gamified. What's going on here? All right, there we go. You can see that it's gamed and gamified, right? And so can the dog, right? So can the dog. The dog is totally on it. She's out there like, oh my God, this is amazing, right? She's fired up. All I did was a couple of throughs and a couple of twists, right? And through that, the handler gets to move and do things, be playful, and you get confident and comfortable telling the dog, hey, dude, we're going to do the thing. And then you realize that if you just leave the dog alone for a second, they'll say, hey, I want to do the thing. Let me do the thing, right? And then they start to do the work for the thing as well as the cookie, right? And that's how we learn to play. At least that's my philosophy going forward, right? So that's game number one. That's where is the trigger. So let's see here. Let's do this attention. It's this, wait, that. And what we're going to do here is we're going to chain the behavior. We're going to chain the behavior. We are also going to get attention for next. We're going to get attention for next. And, ooh, this will be new. This will be new. So we'll get attention for next. And take a look at my ass in the... we'll get attention for next, and the dog will start to use attention as a default skill in order to make next happen, right? And I can gamify this, and I can create a rhythm with this. Topic of the stream. Tactics Tuesday, we're talking about rhythm contours and activation contours and activation constructs, right? Constructive activation, talking about really cool stuff. By using those pauses, I create a super interesting rhythm, right? That in itself is novel. If I don't do anything other than that, my work is novel. That where is the trigger? After you play the game, you should insert that into your work. And so now when you start your work, you say, by mirror, boom, pow, right? Or you probably want heel on fucking verbal. So you'll want to fade your trigger on that, eliminate the trigger on that. So for skills that need to happen immediately when you don't have a trigger, there aren't a bunch of them that need to happen immediately. You teach those just as exceptions and you fade the trigger, right? And the dog learns very quickly that they don't need to take the trigger, right? It's not a super huge deal, but that will be the exception to the trigger rule. So you have 5 of those behaviors maybe, they're fine. You can get rid of 5 things. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use strategic pauses. I'm going to use aporia throughout this chain. The game is this, wait, attention, that. And that's the game, right? And it's super simple. What we're getting here is we're getting attention as like a gateway to next. And the handler is going to learn how to handle the initiative and stay in front of the dog. The dog will learn how to ask the handler questions about what's going to happen and how to take the cue and trigger within a chain. CupCake off. Good girl. Ready? Stall. Boom. Yes. Wait. And I'll take attention. Yes. Boom. Right? There we go. That's it. That's the game. Off. Yes. Good. Wait. Up, up. Wait. Yes. Up, up. Yes. Good. Right? So right now, I'm just kind of getting her established. You saw that I did. Yes. Where's the trigger on the way up to the pedestal? Yes. Good. Yes. Off. Right? So I'm going to do it again here. I'm going to pull her over here. Up, up. Wait. Yes. Good girl. Stall. Boom. Right? And so I can play games for rhythm's sake. Dude. Yes. For rhythm's sake and for, yes, novelty's sake. Off. Yes. Good girl. To make this interesting. And so she's going to stop here. I'll take the eye contact. Up, up, wait. Good. Yes, I'll take the eye contact. I didn't ask you up there. That was a good try, though. Yes. Yes. Stall. Boom. Yes. Good girl. For those of you guys who, I mark no cookie. Off. The marker is communication, not a predictor of food. Right? The marker is a bridge. It's a communication tool. It's not a predictor of food. Off. Yes. Wait. Awesome. Up, up. Yes. Awesome. Good work. Attention. Yes. Stall. Boom. Right? And all I'm doing is playing games here and asking her to give me attention. I can wait. Yes. Off. Yes. Good girl. Great work. Go to dog stuff. And so that's game number 2. That is this, attention, then that. Right? And what we're going to get there is we're just going to get a sense of throttling the behaviors through the handler with attention. And what happens very quickly is the dog gets very used to taking the wait cue, giving you attention, using that aporia, using that moment of ambiguous uncertainty, right? Oh, I don't know what's happening. Look at you. That's what should happen. And then you say, yes, do the thing. And you give him the trigger. And now all of a sudden the dog is looking to the handler to have them do the thing. and they trust that the handler knows what they're doing. And that happens at this foundational level with something super dumb like this, 2 pedestals. And within that, we can get the skills to do this with any of our behaviors and to do this naturally within through and twist and this and that. And when you do twist and you mark and you don't get the cookie out quick enough, the dog is fine, right? The dog will work 7, 8, 10 tricks, taking the marker, taking the next thing as the cookie, right? Knowing that it's going to pay off in the end. And that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. All right. So, last game is, where is the handler? And this is attention activates the handler, right? But we're going to dismiss. We're going to start from dismissal. Engagement starts with dismissal, okay? So I have CupCake dismissed, right? I will allow her or capture eye contact, and I will activate based upon that. And I'm going to activate like the handler's on, the shit's happening. From there, I'm going to dismiss her, and I'm going to allow her to work me with eye contact to activate the handler. And then I'm going to dismiss the dog, right? And so that's the game, right? Where is the handler? This eye contact that we're looking for, initially it's going to be hard, right? Yeah. This is going to be hard. The dog will be motherfucking me with attention, like, do the thing, dude. And I want that, right? I want that tenacity. I don't want that historically. So initially, when we play this game, we're going to accept the hard ones, right? The good ones. We're going to mark them. And we're going to engage upon that. And the dog is going to shape his handler. Watch this, dude. I'm going to make my handler play with me by looking in his eyes. And the dog will completely believe that. And from there, we want to back off and get softer work, which in the case of a variable reinforcement schedule is going to be ramping up. So the dog will work harder and harder, softer and softer to get your attention while playing. And now all of a sudden you have a very nuanced, you have a dog who understands the nuances of engagement. You can't have engagement without dismissal. So I'll go out there, I'll take, I gotta reset now because I just kind of played my hand. I want to get this pretty honestly. And I'm going to do it with CupCake just because if I do it with the other dogs, CupCake will intervene and I'll yell at CupCake and it'll bust the vibe. It'll damage the subjective tone of the whole nexus of the entire actual world. So funny. All right. So, yes. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. You ready? Up. Yes. Good girl. What? Yes. A little more attention. Hand target. Yes. Attention. Boom. Yes. We'll make the hand epic stop. Dude, chill. No, these guys didn't eat tonight, so I think everyone's going to be hungry. Attention. Yes. Boom. To hand target. Attention will make the skill happen. Yes. Off. Great work. Good job. Awesome. Go do dog stuff. And now it's where is the handler? Right? It's totally where is the handler? And so I'm going to kind of allow this attention here, and she won't know. And when you do this, notice that I don't really care what's happening, right? I'm completely, she would have to bite a child right now or run in the street to get my attention, to make me attend to her, right? Or to make me focus on the situation in a way that I don't want to. Dismissal means I'm off limits. I don't care. So I can take that eye contact and that's fine. As a matter of fact, those will be variable reinforcement pieces that are when, yes, oh my gosh, touch. Yeah, whoa, that was awesome. Through. Yes, good girl. Wow. Great work. Go to dog stuff. And now we're playing Where's the Handler again. And I can make the game start simply by looking at a dog that's always looking at me. Right? And then, yes, through. Yes, good girl. Right? We are all set. She gives that eye contact. I say, yes, I bring her in here. Here, yes, is the cookie. Right? Go to dog stuff. So that's Where is the Handler. Those are the 3 games of Play Plus. You know it all. Go rock out. That's it. That's it. Super complex, right? You get what I'm saying, Michelle? You following that? You want to play those games first, right? You want to play those games before you want to play those games before you try and play Frisbee. You know what I mean? You cut your teeth in those games. You cut your teeth in those games. You learn how to shift and how to shimmy and how to control the pace. The dog learns how to follow your shift and follow your shimmy and allow you to lead the pace and handle the initiative, right? And then the attention-based thing, it's a good one right here. Yes! Hoop! Oh, you missed it! You ready? Hoop! Pow! Yes! Awesome! Great work! Go do dog stuff. Right? How fucking perfect is that game? Who doesn't want to play that game? With the fail on the front end. Everybody wants to play that game. Everybody. Right, CupCake? She's like, yeah. Am I getting one for free? Am I getting one for free? Right? Super cool. All right, so rhythm. I'm using this term called rhythm contour. Right? It's a rhythm contour. I should actually look up the proper definition. It actually has, as a matter of fact, I'll do it right now. I believe it has a proper, I don't want to lose that Pangsep article, rhythm contour. So melody, right? The melodic contour, but I think there are, so rhythm contour drives musical memory. Yeah, super cool. I like the music, the sonic, the tone, contrasts, harmonies, contours, right? They all fit kind of within that play plus kind of vibe or modality, right? And I kind of grabbed it. I like the term. So the general shape and tone of the rhythm of the game, right? And within, we can do that within play in like a complete shit ton of, like here, I'll show you, see? Like in a bunch of ways, a bunch. And let's see. I don't know what I want to. Okay, so now and next here. Yes. Now and next. The cue, I give the cue. I wait. I allow the dog to be like, hey, dude, are we doing this? I allow that expectancy to build. I give the trigger. The dog springs into action and achieves. Achievement is the first stage of next. I have achieved it. I eat the cookie. It's awesome. Oh man, what's next? That's the first thing you do after you do that. What's next? The handler is preparing. The handler reads where the dog is, the situation, and interprets it in terms of next. The handler's preparation is loading, moving, kind of positioning for the direction, just being there, you know what I mean? Ready to roll. When the dog releases, I lost that, didn't I? The dog reads opportunity. The dog reads and releases to opportunity. And you need to be that opportunity, which means you need to be prepared. When your dog finishes and looks in, you need to be prepared. And you need to be demonstrating competence, right? So we read, and then if we want, we take a moment. Might be useful to have the dog carry the disc a little longer. Might not. Might be useful to cue the drop right now. Might be useful to wait a moment before I ask the dog, before the dog connects with me, or before I allow connection. Did you catch that? I allow connection with this aporia. By not taking the question, we don't have connection. I get to set connection up as an achieved thing, without even a cue. Yes, oh my God, CupCake, connection achieved, right? What was the thing that made connection happen? Attention. How did it happen? Well, she had nothing to do. Nothing was happening. So what was she doing? She was looking at me, right? So that aporia gives us the opportunity to shape and capture connection again. And it sets it up so that connection with the handler can and likely will be perceived as an opportunity if you structure the rhythm well and if you use it as such. Does that make sense? I'm not completely crazy, right? By me choosing not to try to connect with you, I essentially make the connection with me a given with a dog who has attention. They give attention and then I connect with them. Puts up a gate that the dog has to go through to make that happen. And now all of a sudden connection, which leads to our start position for cue, is something that the dog earned. Right? It's something that the dog earned, and the dog earns that connection with you. They can do so through a shape. I can shape it. I can capture it. Right? I can capture it. I can cue it. I can cue drop. out. Yes, here we are. Now we're connected. Now I will give you the connection. And this piece of it here, this next piece is super important. It's also where all of the rhythm is generated. All the rhythm of the game, in order to do, is in the next phase, after the dog has eaten the cookie. I got 3 heads? Yeah, totally. Yeah, probably. But that's, and I think that's the big magical thing. Here's another thing. Antonis identified next as defense. When we're doing now the cue, aporia, trigger, the trick that we're working, I'm the offense. I control the initiative. Top, I go neutral. I lift my leg, that's the trigger, the dog goes, it's off, right? Now I'm on offense. As soon as the trigger's given, I'm now on defense. As the dog is achieving, eating their cookie, high-fiving, getting ready to high-five their teammates, I'm preparing. I'm loaded, I'm moved, I'm in position. I've got a neutral kind of shade in the direction I want to go. I then read the dog, and then I choose when I'm going to make my connection. When the dog hooks up with me, yes, and then I pull the dog into position. Maybe I give a cookie, most likely I don't, because we're loaded for the next cue, baby. Next play, here we are. And that's my sequence of play, a cycle of play. And shit, what was I gonna fucking do? Yeah, and being prepared. And it's not some bullshit like I just want to be connected with my dog. It's an earned thing, right? Our dogs make connections with us all the time, and we never capitalize on it, right? We never, ever capitalize on it. And so I was talking about rhythm contours and setting the rhythm. What was I going to do? Oh, I know what I was going to do. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to adjust my ability to do these things, my ability and I'm going to do things that are going to force me to prepare. CupCake will achieve repeatedly. The whole goal is going to be to set up next, by the way, guys. I'm just going to do some shit so that I can set up preparing. I can read the dog, and I can practice trying to consequently connect. And so can she. And then I'll pull her into position, and then I'll do some bullshit fucking trick again. And that bullshit trick is just setting me up to learn how to play defense, right? To learn how to play these things. So I'm going to use aporia. I'm going to use moments of strategic pauses where the dog is unable to answer. I'm going to use reward placement. I'm going to capture the default behavior to start and as connection. And I'm going to cue for connection. Right? And so again, I'm going to try and focus on this next stage. We have now, which is the trick that I want to do. We have next, which is where I handle, where we actualize the trick, and it's final, and it's done, and then everything happens. Everything of value happens. The dog achieves. What do you do after you achieve? You throw your hands up and you run backwards on the basketball court, telling, yeah, did you see that? You high-five your teammate. We have to be here playing after they achieve their cookie. Once I trigger, that now shit is over. We are now in, how does this play resolve? And what's my experience of this resolution? Does that make sense? This is where the training happens. This is where the motivation happens. This is where the punishment happens. All right. So hopefully I can do this now. So, reward placement. Stand. Off. Yes. Stand. Off. Yes. Stand. Oops. Stand. Off. Yes. Good. Go do dog stuff, right? So, standard rhythm. I didn't... Shit. Could you guys see that? Was I even on camera? I wasn't on camera, was I? Fuck. Super solid, too. She was a stud. She was a total stud. Brought to you by Hero Disc USA. John, you should have been in here. I needed a camera guy. So, whoa, dude. Whoa, dude. Come on. Chill. So, what I did, I'll just try and reproduce it. Stand. Off. Yes. Stand. Off. Yes. Stand. Off. Yes. Okay. The other rhythm was better. Oh, I was still off the screen, wasn't I? Fucking funny, dude. Oops. Yeah, we'll fix that. There you go. Sorry. So you could hear it, right? So watch what happens here. Stand. Off. Yes. Wait. Stand. Uh-oh. Off. So I'm going to read her. Yes. Pause. Yes. Stand. Boom. Off. Yes. Good work. Go do dog stuff. I marked both of those. I largely marked them for your purposes, by the way. Right? I was pretty much... I don't think I would have marked those, right? Other than to let you know that that was where I was going. So when I throw the cookie, also something I didn't quite recognize. When I do the trick in the same place all the time, right? I essentially like make a little Skinner box around me. The stand behavior off starts and stops right here, and this is the only place for it. The pace of play is pop, 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 right? I'll take the attention, or I'll just take this. CupCake, yes. Stand. Off. Good. Go do dog stuff. So I took the attention, right? I marked it, I connected, drew her in, I put her in position, I waited a moment, and then I brought her up. I recalled her. So that would be like me cueing the connection there, right? She was over there, I decided I'm gonna cue it now, I cued it, then we connected, I worked her into position, and then we cued. Right? So we were working the bottom end of the next thing. But the thing is, with the timing, when I'm doing this stand, boom, off, yes, dude, thank you. So let me try and get a rhythm here. Stand, boom, off, stand, boom, off, stand, boom, off, right? That's a great repping it out rhythm, right? I'm doing, where'd the other camera go? What the hell, man? I got problems here, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Camera B. Ah, there we go, hang on. I think I got it. Not like you guys really care, right? Yep, I do have it. There we go. Grr. All right. So if I'm repping it out like that, I have this real boom, 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 boom rhythm. If I simply change the reward placement, I won't have that rhythm. It'll be different. And the dog will approach from different ways and we'll have different things happen. It will be more of a challenge though, because I'll essentially remove the Skinner box that I create by only doing it this way all the time. But that's good because it'll make the behavior more resilient and more robust in the long term. So I'm going to do another one with reward placement just to show you. Stand, off, yes, good girl. And I'll work her in. I've taken the aporia, right? I take the eye contact, yes. Boom, connect and hook up. Stand. Off, yes, good girl, great work, awesome, go do dog stuff. And you saw her, she was much hotter and much more excited, right? Yeah, that's, I want that, right? I want her to be sharp and excited and doing the thing. I want her to do it with zeal. I want her to want to do it. You know what I mean? I want her to want to do it. And what'll happen is I'll take the eye contact. Yes, I'll just throw the cookie so I can set up an approach. I'll go here, boom, hook up with her. Awesome. What? Stand. Off. Yes, good girl. I'll toss the cookie. I'll do another front cross. Yes, good girl. What? Stand. Off. Good girl. Awesome. Go do dog stuff. Right? So just by using a reward, different reward placement, I can change the rhythm and nature of the game. Right? I used her attention behavior to capture the beginning. Several times I used attention as like the connection cue, right? And that was manufactured. It's not easy to manufacture organic connection like that. What you guys are trying, if you struggle with this part of the sequence here, right? If you struggle with this part of the sequence here, that right there, right? You don't play such great defense when you're dog training. That is That is because you are, I forgot how I said it. You are, you were trying to organize the organic. You know what I mean? That's organic movement. Those things. You want to set up situations where the dog and handler do that naturally and it works, and that's how it works. And then we're able to do it within the situation. But to say, okay, I want you to give the dog eye contact on right after the cookie, or I want you to capture the dog's eye contact right after the cookie and only have the eye contact criteria and have to do the thing afterward, you're fucked. You can't really manufacture that organic thing. We can do that in where's the trigger, we can do that in where's the handler, we can do that in this attention, wait, then that, or this wait, attention, then that. It's better this, wait, that, right? Anyway, we can do that in this, wait, that, and we can learn how it works, and then we use it organically. It's really hard for me to try and pigeonhole this in. Really hard for me to figure out a behavior that I can use to connect with, right? On the fly and make it happen as like a lesson. Or for you guys, on the fly, as it happens, do it like it's a rule or a step in a lesson. You can't, there are no lessons for this shit, or there are no steps for this shit. You know what I mean? They're not steps. It's not a step-by-step thing. It's a big picture thing. And your response has to be naturally organic, not tacked in there. Hopefully that makes sense. It's much easier for me to watch video of me working and pull out those moments where I do that than it is to try and make it happen. Part of the deal with the forms, Michelle and Byron, you guys are doing the forms, right? The skills within the forms, as you're able to do the forms, those skills are much easier. Having to do them the way that the form tells you is very difficult, right? It's not easy. You actually have to, when you learn to do the fly chi flow form number 2, when you make the throw out there and the dog's running clock and you have to front cross to clock, front cross, right, is a switch of working sides. If the dog is running clock, Michelle, and I have to front cross to clock, what do I have to do first? I have to put myself on clock, grab the dog, wrangle the dog into counter so that I can front cross to clock. And that skill is impossible to learn on a lesson plan. You can only learn it while it's happening. And that's how we want it. That's how good decisions in play are created. Good decisions in the actual world. Not in your brain, not in your little Skinner box of stand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cookies off, right? I'm fucking great. I got a Skinner box right here. It's terrific. My dogs are awesome. I take them outside the Skinner box, I got problems, right? Fortunately, they have lots and lots of experience doing the thing in the Skinner box. They have lots of experience with distractions, and they have lots of finite knowledge over their job. And so I can apply all of that to outside the Skinner box. But I can apply that because I've done it at the super simple level. All right, I'll shut up about that. So, reward placement in now and next. Captured attention, captured default behavior. I'm looking at another thing that I can do that with, or do something with. Give me one sec, guys. Watch the cute puppies. Oh, hang on. Boom. Watch the cute puppies. Nope, there are no cute puppies there. Oh, well. There's a cute puppy. Okay, yeah, perfect. Aporia, the time that we spend not doing anything when the dogs are waiting, right? That expectancy stage. When we pause and have that strategic pause, that's a mental moment. We have the mental and physical pole, right? We have the mental and physical pole. Come on. It's over here, isn't it? No, it's on top. We have the mental and physical pole, right? The moments of aporia are the mental pole. The moments of action are the physical pole. So if we're cranking out reps, we're getting a very mechanical, habitual, rote expression of the skill and classical condition, subjective tone. We're getting that tone. Okay, this is one of those things. I rep it out, right? When we have moments of aporia, when we have lots of weights, it's a stress on the mental pole. When we're doing it all the time, it's keeping our emotions in check. When we're waiting all the time, it's keeping our mind on the task. Right? So we can and should adjust this rhythm with this balance in mind and swing back and forth between moving and thinking. And moving and thinking. Move. Yes, top. What's going to happen? Holy shit, what's happening? We're going to do it. Boom, here we go. Yes, out, yes, out, yes, out, yes. Here. Top. And then I move. Yes, boom, right? So the moments of aporia are mental moments. The moments of action are physical. So when we're building rhythm in the game, we should keep that in mind. All those, we should have like time where you orchestrate a dramatic pause. Or the ability to dismiss your dog and do your shit for a few minutes and have it be taken as a dramatic pause that I'm totally cool with, you know. And I know you're just off limits for a sec, you know. Oh, is it? Nope, it isn't. Oh, is it? It isn't happening, right? And then I happen to look. Oh my gosh! And where's the handler? Yeah, through. Yes, touch. Yes, awesome. Spin. Yes, good girl. Great work. Whoa. Jew, look at her. Go do dog stuff. Right? That's how you create rhythm. So again, another thing, the pedestals. Let's do GoPro and hide the screen share. I'm getting closer, guys. I'm getting closer. Hey. Nope. That should have worked. So the pedestal. This right here that he's on, there is, let me turn the, there we go. How's that? Is that better? It's better. I'm sure it is. All right. So this pedestal here, Epic is doing no mental work to hold this pedestal. None whatsoever. All of the mental work is done by the Skinner box he's in. He's locked down on this. This pedestal here, that pedestal, right? There's no thinking up here about what can I do to stay on here. There's only staying on here, right? As soon as we get over here, now this lower pedestal, right? This lower pedestal, Epi, get on there, with more space, he's going to be far more careless here, and he's going to exercise mental energy to stay there, right? Up here, it's hard because he has to hold physically. Here, he has to hold mentally, right? He could very easily get off. Chill, wait right there. Chill. Here, Epic, off CupCake, Ep, yes. Right? This is a mental challenge. He could get off at any time. There's no physical limitations on him getting off. So every bit of this is mental. He doesn't even have his feet on, dude. Right? He doesn't have his feet on. He's got to be careful that he keep his feet on. Up here where CupCake is, she's got to be careful or she'll fall off. Different expressions of care, right? Up here, she wouldn't even dream of doing crazy physical things. Down here, Epic has to negate all of his crazy physical things. This is anti-physical, and this is anti-mental. Does that make sense? This negates the mental. It being such a physical challenge, there's no need to even think up there. I'm too busy doing the physical thing. Down here, there is no physical thing that's hard. It's all about trying to hold it together mentally to keep yourself in check because there's no physical impediment around you. You guys follow that? Does that make sense? I think that is super fascinating, and it's a really big deal. So when I crank out the reps with cookies, right? I'm taking the brain out of it. When I'm super slow with the reps and thoughtful and methodical, I'm cranking up the brain in it, which may or may not be good, right? My dog might need to crank out these physical reps to become more confident, to get the emotional sense of cranking this out, to get the emotional sense of to get the emotional experience of having done it, to get the emotional sense of the achievement, to get the cognitive sense of the achievement, right? And we don't get that if we're just cranking out the physical. On the other side, if we put too much focus on the mental, we can make them mental. Frustration and lashing out and disengagement, right? We got to walk that line, and we can do that really easy. There's a freaking map right here, dude. Right? There's a freaking map right there. Do it really easy. And when we impose a Skinner box on the dog, right? When we put the dog in a Skinner box on this pedestal where there is nothing else that we can do but stand, we take away all of the decisions. There are no mental things going on here. Epic down there is still trying to figure out how to get his paws on there. And he isn't. He doesn't even recognize he's doing it wrong. Right? But that down there is a mental challenge. He's got to keep his shit together. When we put him on a pedestal, the higher the pedestal, the more likely they are to stay up there. And that doesn't have anything to do with their thought process. It's just a fact. I recognized this when CupCake, a few weeks ago, she was on the pedestal. I was doing the multiple. I threw it, and she like jumped off like it was, first I did a low one, and she was all over it. She wouldn't stay on it because she was playing Frisbee, and that height of a pedestal was like her playground. And then I put her on that and tried to get her to play Frisbee, and the physical pull overwhelmed her and she was all over the place. I brought another pedestal in, I lifted it up, and initially she had this, yeah, I'll just do it. And then she jumped off to go get one and handstanded. And she was like, oh shit, this shit's real. And she jumped up on there and was like this. There was like no thought in it. It was a physical, classically conditioned fact. She came off, she did that handstand, she realized there were consequences. Whoa, shit, let me tighten up. And now the very idea that she would be lax with decision making was gone. Her decision making scope shrunk. There's no running around, no flying around, no jumping. No danger, girl. Careful, girl. And anyway, I think that's super important. So within aporia, when we have them do nothing, when we wait and we choose to not take the question, that's activating the mental pull. That's activating them thinking and thought. That will drain subjective tone. You have to have good subjective tone to maintain that, unless you're using that as the thing that's keeping the dog's subjective tone together. They could be really grooving and digging the problem solving aspect of it, and the physical part is a little difficult for them, or the physical part is hard. You can spend more time in the mental part, rhythmic-wise, and stroke that part of the dog. And what you want to do is you want to have it going off, generally speaking. You want to have your training session be yes, 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 yes. Going maybe up and down in terms of challenge. Yes, 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 right? And then the challenge. Yes, we hit the challenge. We can really crank up the dog's confidence, competence, their expectations, and slip in the challenge. And they'll be tuned and in a proper tone to do so. Too much mental, and they think too much, and they don't get on a roll. Too much on a roll, they don't think at all. And then we don't have good retention of the work or flexibility of the work. There you go. That's what I got. All right. Look at that. Mental drains the game, the physical charges the game. Right? Mental drains the game, physical charges the game. And I got to find a way to Georgios is a flow dude. He's a real flow dude, right? He flows. He believes in flow. Flow is life for Georgios with dogs. And we were talking about mental pull and aporia. And today, I think he finally kind of got the idea that, oh, fuck yeah, maybe you can flow within that broken mental game. There is a way for the dog to figure out and navigate like a crossword puzzle with action, right? And that would be lots of mental pull work, right? To do a crossword puzzle with Frisbee. To do, you know what, I'm not prepared to do it. I'll try and do it in a subsequent stream. I don't want to try and do it on the fly. But like you can do strategic gaming of Frisbee, that slow, methodical movement. And you can actually keep a high drive dog tuned up and toned up with that. Just as easily as you can fucking make them very, very angry and very frustrated and barky. The fix for CupCake's barking has been 1 part physical pull like 10 motherfuckers. Don't let her bite. Or don't let her bark. Whatever you do, keep the game moving. Just don't let her bark, right? And then very thoughtful mental pull work where I ask her to do things and stay engaged and keep her from barking with that mental engagement. And it's crazy. I just realized that that's what I did over the last year to get an Aussie to stop barking. That's what I always do to get an Aussie to stop barking. And it's the mental pull work, the sliding in to the classical condition via the mental pull, right? You do all the work on the physical pull, cranking out the reps, ensuring that the dog never barks within play, and you build the attention, the tricks of the trade that allow you to run the game with initiative, right? And then you apply those skills to run the game with initiative, and she doesn't bark. And you go do dog stuff, and then she gets better and better at not barking, and better at the mental pull work, which means she's not going to bark. I think that all got out. So there you go. There you go. Pretty stoked. Pretty freaking stoked, actually. So we got the 3 games. Do the 3 games, guys. I'm going to wrap this up here we're going to go. We got another half hour. Questions, requests, give them to me. We got another half hour. Let's hit patrons real quick. Show wouldn't be going on without our patrons. Michelle's a patron. Byron's a patron. John's a patron. Patrons only. Super, super thankful to everyone that supports the show, supports the work, is a sounding board, serves as a sounding board for my crazy shit. Would not be happening without you guys. Within the book, you guys will be getting a credit. You'll be thanked in the foreword. That'll be pretty awesome. You get access to class. You get access to ebooks and stuff like that. We have merch. I'm not wearing my shoes. And I should tweet this out now that we're done. And always tip your dog trainer. There we go. Grifflink's done. Any questions, guys? Nothing. There we go. Yes, but it's where's the handler's third? Do where's the handler third? Right? It's backwards. Where is the handler? And I almost, and do your forms. I almost don't even want to tell you this. Where's the handler's attention and dismissal? Right? It's just gamified. So this thing here, you couldn't see her, dude. Holy shit. When I looked at her, she was fucking pegged. Her eyes were like, like totally pegged. That's just with a few of those reps of where is the handler, right? I'll capture Weil here with Epi, and I'll help him with his little mental pull problem about being all the way on the thing. When the game gets super exciting, and he has to stay on the mat, it will all be a mental pull exercise. There will be no affect, no fear, no compunction of getting off of that other than the physical pull, right? Like, he's got no physical pull locking him on there. He's going to jump off. Nothing keeping him there. So when he's there, it's a big mental challenge. When we put a pedestal up this high, if he's got to be up there, him getting off has great weight. And the decision to get off is governed by the fact that there's great emotional and affective weight with that. Super cool, man. Anyway. All right. Anyone got anything else? Nobody had anything the whole time anyway. So keep up with the kind of recaps, Michelle. If you want, you can post them only in the DiscDog Dojo group. You can post to the group. I haven't told you this within the, you guys, here, do this. These are kind of cool. Hang on. This is kind of cool. So I'll just post the glossary. We have a training glossary. I was going to post the one that's just the Play Plus ones, but I've done a bunch of just Chat GPT driven Play Plus glossary terms. They're pretty cool though. So the now and next sequence, I'll fucking share it right now, dude. I'll share it right now. The now and next sequence is envisioned, the cycle of play is envisioned. Nice. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Let me know how you like it. So, takes forever. Internet takes forever when I'm streaming, man. That's what happens when you are a redneck. Live out in the sticks in Union, Missouri. Make one. You want an Art Deco 70s end table and throw a piece of carpet on it. Art Deco is important because they're tough. You don't want that 80s shit. Hey, what happened to my glossary? I think my permalinks are out. It's fucking always something, dude. What the hell? And now this is in the way of it. Anyway, the now and next, the play cycle has the dog's perspective and the handler's perspective, like a point of view perspective. It's kind of cool. All right, let's see if it came back. Are you back? I like the super arrows, Michelle. I like the super arrows. I think they're good. They have a really terrific mix of both durability and weight. So my dogs are a little hard on discs, everyone but CupCake, and the heavy plastic is too fast So heavy plastic, it moves too fast and falls too quickly. It's the same diameter in 35%, 35% heavier, right? Yeah, and the super swirls are great, but they're too fast and too heavy, Byron. They're too fast and too heavy. And fast is about the speed over ground, right? And the tendency to drop. The speed over ground, they move fast and they slow down slowly, like they stay the same speed. The lighter plastic doesn't go as fast, but when it hits, it stops and slows down quickly. And you can get that. You should practice throwing Anheuser with discs. Yeah, not as much float, and that really is important in the speed, right? So when I throw a floater with an air or an extra, it sticks and holds. It flies out there real fast and it goes flop and it sticks, and then it easily coasts down. The super arrow will shoot out there and stick and then coast down. The heavy plastic, the 235s, will never really stick, and the Sonics will just shoot through that. They'll hover and float, but they'll cook and keep going. They won't even really slow down. And that's primarily the speed that I'm talking about. I don't know what's wrong with my glossary here. The glossary's broke now. The fuck, Chuck? Anyway, I'll fix it. It'll be up. And the next and now in the play cycle glossary entries have the dog's point of view, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yep, I would throw extras if I could. If King didn't maul, I would throw extras. Epi's a little rough. Epi puts holes in discs, so that kind of sucks. That isn't very good. There we go. Now and next, play plus cycle. Have you guys seen the glossary? It's a pretty extensive glossary, right? So the team's perspective, the dog's perspective, right? Oh, come on, dude. Receive the cue from the handler indicating the desired behavior or task. Take a moment to process the cue and mentally prepare for upcoming action. It's pretty cool. Anyway, glossary's looking good. You should check it out. Yeah, let me know if there's anything you want on there too, Byron. And Byron, the book is maybe ready for you to read. The first 30, 40 pages are probably ready for you to check out if you want to check them out. I think it's probably not crazy enough now. So get a flavor for it. Let me know if you want that. But all right, guys, I am going to play us out with some badass meme roll. Covered up the hero, dude. So here we go. Play us out with meme roll number 19. It's Mauka You go to the beach, go to the mountain, to the right hand. So the Mauka and Makai are Hawaiian for to the beach is Makai and to the mountain is Mauka. To the mountain, that's to the right. $1998, 1997, that cue came in. All right, you little ladies. Epic, epic, epic. Yes, good man. Great work. Yes, touch. Yes, oh my gosh, that was awesome. Go do dog stuff. Whoa. Woo. Yep. Yep. Yep, super cool. King-a-ling. Oh yeah, you guys. CupCake. Right? Whoa. Whoa, you ready? DojoCatch. Boom. Yes. Off. Yes. Good work. Whoa. Ready? Can you do this? Over. Yes. Good. You ready? Wait. DojoCatch. Boom. Come on. Yes. What? That's so awesome. Off. Good work. Oh, whoa. What happened? Yes. Wow. Be careful. Be careful. Awesome. Yes. Good girl. See you guys. Watch out. Woo, CupCake.